Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay.
We like to just start it off with, we want to do a challenge. We want to challenge all our married and engaged folks to make a video describing how you first began.
Yes, we want to hear how it first started, what it felt like, how it was. And not only that, I feel like it's anniversary season. Our anniversary just passed. And we know a lot of other people who just had their anniversary. So we're doing a When It First Began challenge. And we want to officially title this PJ Morton When It First Began.
Shout outs to PJ Morton.
Definitely. So yeah, we're going to get started and talk a little bit about us. So you guys get to know us and how it felt for us when we first began. So I'll start first. When we first began. Okay, so honestly, I don't remember the very first time meeting Mr. William. He remembers to the T because his memory is off the hook. But for me, he tells me we met at church. It was cool. He was cool. I know we got our number through Facebook. We hit up on Facebook. What? And then we started texting. Guys, believe it or not, when we talked, we were friends. We were really good friends.
Real friends.
Because believe it or not, we were in relationship with other people. And we bonded over being in long distance relationship. And we would talk about the struggles of being in long distance relationship. Do you remember that?
I remember all of that.
Oh my God, I remember we was on the phone one time for hours one day. I was out in my car because I lived with my mom at the time and I was wanting to talk on the phone. We wasn't like, I don't think we was feeling each other. We was just friends. But we were definitely friends. And I remember him saying, I want to be friends first. I remember him saying, I want to be friends, first. Having a friendship before you get in a relationship is very important. Because when you don't like the person you in a relationship with, you got your friend, you can always talk to your friend.
No matter what.
No matter what. And if you are really, truly friends, when y'all not feeling each other on the relationship vibe, you definitely can come to one another as friends. And that's proven true over the time. I know, there's not really a time I can't stand him, but I can always talk to him. I'm like, hey, babe, this, that, and the other. And, it's not always, I don't know if you guys think in marriages, it's always, romance and all this other stuff. We've been married 4 years?
4 years.
We've been married 4 years, y'all. And romance is not every day, but I got my friend every day. But anyhow, let me jump back into it and not get distracted. How I felt when we first started dating. It was, how it is when, you get in a relationship, you want to do this and do that. But I was very, I think I started doing wifely things before. Like, I don't know, maybe I just knew, deep down, like, he was for me. So, I don't know. I was just very like, hey, babe, let's do this, let's do that. We would go on picnics. I would take lunch to him at work. I wasn't a good cook at the time, but I could make some sandwiches.
Sandwiches is bomb. I still love sandwiches.
I could make some sandwiches, pack a lunch, take it to work. I remember I was thinking the other day how I would go to work with him and just be there all day. We were inseparable. It was romantic. It still is romantic. We know how to. Anyhow, but yeah. How'd you feel when we first began?
When we first began, before I speak on how it felt, when we first began, like she said, we were friends first. We met at church. I remember when I met her, it was her and her mom. They was talking to pastor, and I was with pastor. And she had a cheerleading outfit on. It's when she went to Rosemont before. And I was an adult at the time. It was just, I remember that time when I first met her. And they were just talking to pastor. I introduced myself to her and her mom. And then after that, she can't start coming to church more. So I reached out to her on Facebook, and we talked for a little bit, and I just instantly asked for the number. And from there, it was just something else. We had our little breakout for a time, but at the same time,
y'all trying to hear that story?
we came back and just started talking more.
Yeah.
And so when it first began, how it felt for me was, when we first started dating, I asked her, it was on New Year's, I asked her, would she like to be my girlfriend?
So cool.
And she said yeah. So after that, it was just different because I knew at that moment this was the one, because I was tired. I was just tired of, from relationship to relationship, not even relationship, just talking to person, and having multiple people you talking to, and you got to please them all. So at this time, I knew she was the one. I knew I wanted to marry her.
P.S. I knew he was going to ask.
She didn't know that.
Yes, I did. You want to know how I know? Ladies, you know how we be looking through phones. And I looked through every text message, okay? And I saw how you said, I will make it official on New Year's. And you text that to
Terrence, bro.
I knew. I be knowing, okay? But anyhow, I knew, but the feeling was mutual.
It was. And I like to say, when we first began, it was, like I said, I knew she was the one. So I waited a year until I proposed to her. I was talking to my bro, Von Learson. Thanks, bro, for the advice you gave me, bro. Even though I knew she was the one, he told me at the same time, he was like, bro, if you really got feelings for her, you love her, bro, I advise you to wait a year till you propose to her to see what really goes from there. And I did. I waited a year, and then I made it official. I popped up at her mom's job, showed her mom the ring, asked her mom, was it all good? Her mom was like, yeah, she was happy. She gave me the biggest hug. And I knew I had to do it. I still get them feelings right now. I get butterflies. I'm a grown man. I still get butterflies, you know. I gotta keep it real. But it was Valentine's Day. I was so nervous. I had the ring in my pocket. So I had to give my bro Terrence the ring so she wouldn't see the ring. But yeah, I still get them butterflies till this day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the feeling is mutual, babe. I know. Fast forward 4 years, I appreciate him in so many different ways. I'm still in love with him. And y'all, I gotta do an atmosphere check every now and then. Babe, tell him. I'll be like, babe, you still feeling me? Look,
all the
you
time.
ready to
question
leave? I ask
every other week.
I wanna know. Not every other week.
Every other week.
Anyhow, I wanna know, babe, you still like me? I'm gonna start there. Do you still like me? You know, are we still friends? Are we still cool? I like to do that because, you know, sometimes you don't know what people think. And I think about it all the time. I remember I was very nervous right before we got married. And I remember we went to counseling weeks leading up to our actual wedding day. We went to counseling, and I remember our very last counseling session. We were talking to Pastor. We were in his office, and I was like, I'm gonna just be honest, I'm nervous. I was just very unsure, like, do I want to do this? Do I don't? You know? And then I remember what Pastor said. He was like, well, if you weren't nervous, I would be worried. And then he just gave me some tips. And by the way, this is a plug for premarital counseling. Get it. I promise you, it's gonna save y'all. It's gonna help that first year. It's gonna help you get through that first year, help you get some tools. But anyhow, after that last premarital counseling session, I was more confident. And yeah, I still ask every now and then because, you know, you never know. I hear stories all the time. People been married 50 odd years. The man get up and leave, woman get up and leave. But I want to know. I check to see where he at. You know, babe, you still like me? You know, I'm still cool. Am I attractive? Look, I need to be attractive to you and nobody else. I don't care. But I do ask that. I do ask that question. And we have our own counseling sessions every now and then too. You know, after going at it, 3 months and this, that, everything's going wrong in your relationship, it's always good to sit down and have a conversation. Put everything on the table. Let me know how you really feel. Don't sugarcoat. None of that.
Be real.
Be real. That's it. Be real. But yeah, we want to hear how you guys first met. What your story is like. You never know what you say, can help the next engaged or married couple. We definitely want to hear your tips, your stories. Just all share it, like, comment, subscribe. When you share our video, make sure you hashtag team. We want to hear it. When you post and reply to this video or a comment, make sure you hashtag. All right?
Hey, hold on. My wife didn't let me explain 4 years later part. The 4 years later part. Now we're 4 years into our marriage. Some people might think that ain't a lot of time. That is a lot of time. Some marriages don't even last a whole year. I didn't see people just couldn't come up with a agreement on anything and they just leave the marriage just because of that. But 4 years later, we got 2 kids. We still like to have fun. We enjoy each other times. And I'm a family person, so I don't mind spending time with my family all the time. I love being at home with my wife. I love being home with my kids. And I like to just say, thank you, babe. Thank you for just holding me down. Thank you for just being there for me. And I love you.
I love you too, baby. You gonna give me a kiss?
Got them greasy lips.
I love it. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for liking our page, for subscribing, for sharing. Make sure when you share any of our videos or status, you hashtag team.
The effort after matrimony.
Yes. So stay tuned, guys. We got more to come. Don't forget to drop your questions, comments, concerns below. Any topics you guys want us to talk about, we are going at it.
And don't forget, our married and engaged people, we want you to do the video too. It's a challenge. We challenging everyone.
Everybody we know. If you are connected to our page, our personal page, our team page, go ahead. We are challenging you. We are gonna tag you guys, and we want to see what you guys got to say.
All right. It's the effort after matrimony. Hashtag
team.